That medic's a duck. And this is Salamancer. Seriously, Super Jeeves, the medic for Starburst. He looks like a duck. I kind of like it, though. I think it's pretty cute. Anyway, this is going to be a game between Starburst and Anime is Cartoons, which I guess I'm just going to call them anime. That makes sense. So, it's going to be, I think, just about the last game I cast on Snakewater for a while, unless somebody else sends me one that's just super awesome. But this, I heard, was a nail-biter. So, Starburst getting out here to the mid-fight and immediately getting spammed. They were kind of slow here, and this is ESEA Open. It's not even, I think, the very top of Open. So we are going to see some people making mistakes. Yeah, it's just going to be fairly common, but, you know, there you go. Nonetheless, these are going to be good teams and going to be a really awesome game. I'm quite excited after I saw like the score of this and I heard what happened in it. I was like, oh man. So, I'm gonna cast one for sure. The Uber is ready for Starburst right now. They're 3 players down right now though against 5 up for their enemies. So Anime is Cartoons going to cap the middle point. Got time 6 on it right now, which is could be like 2 scouts and a demo with a paint train, or just everybody. Apparently there's everybody. So what are we looking at here? Is there? Oh, I guess he's just going for sticky traps, firing rockets into the ceiling to try and dislodge any stickies that may be caught there. And looks like this soldier Frio-chan, oh, I get it. They're called Chan. Okay, yeah, Frio. Anyway, I know that name. I know Frio. Wanted to take a bomb in. He got spotted by that scout and just decided against it. And there goes Oni-chan. Oh, I need to read these rosters before I watch these games because that caught me by surprise. All right, well anyway, looks like now that they've gotten a pick, Starburst is going to push in to Anime's Cartoons. They've got the Uber and looks like they don't even want to pop it yet. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping their players alive here. There they go. Finally, the Ubers are popped for both teams. Soldier may be going for some kind of a back cap here. That's going to be Frio. But, as these Ubers fade, that's when we get to see the craziness happen. Auburn doing a really good job of, wow, finishing off Spyro quite easily. Starburst have now lost both of their soldiers, which means it's very difficult to get that sort of high ground advantage or revoke your enemy's high ground advantage. Oh, this medic tries to go for a needle kill, can't get it. So that's a complete wipeout there for Starburst. And everyone on Anime's Cartoons stayed alive. So they're already pushing in towards last, which is exactly what you want to do right here. No mistakes so far from them. Now they've got 4 spawners to look out for though. So immediately they need to get their demo man here, and he probably should have sticky jumped out there just so we could start spamming stickies at those spawn doors and take people by surprise. There is a heavy right now. He gets taken down by Oni. I'm just gonna call him Oni. And there you go. Team Starburst gets wiped out once again. They're on defense for 1-0 for Anime's Cartoons. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to watch the Oni-chan. The Oni-chan. What is it? Hey, I heard somebody doing a Hank Hill impression saying Oni-chan. I'll tell you what, Oni-chan. I don't remember where I heard that from though, but I thought it was hilarious. So we're gonna watch him run around the mid-fight for just a bit here, trying to pistol down his enemies and just do a bit of chip damage to them. You know, what he wants to do basically until he gets to a position where, you know, the soldiers are caught off guard. There you go. He does actually finish off Spyro there, and then finishes off Star as well. 2 pistol kills for Oni-chan here. And going for a third one, he's not even pulled out the scattergun yet. There you go. Finally pulls that out, and 1 health left. Does get taken down by a pill from Snubs. And wow, Oni was actually one of the last ones alive there for Anime's Cartoons. Starburst did a really good job on that mid-fight despite losing both their soldiers, which is not something that usually happens. You lose your soldiers on a map like Snakewater and you lose so much high ground advantage that it's tough, but they actually got a lot of kills before their soldiers, I think, went down. And I'm being told by my stream chat that I'm not saying Chan part cutesy enough. I'm not saying the word Chan, I guess, cutesy enough, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not a very cute guy. That's what I've been told anyway. That's why all the chicks seem to avoid me at parties. But Starburst is actually doing a really good job right now. They're pushing forward. They had to pop their Uber, which is a big benefit here. As long as they can get Auburn and not the Auburn, Sakura away. Wow, Sakura could have died from fall damage there, but managed to strafe on top of that house and lived through that with 56% Uber. So they will have an Uber advantage. Frio did just get taken down there though for Anime's Cartoons. Is that going to mean a push? No. And they probably could have gone on that. It would have been very dicey if they'd pushed in. They very, still a high chance of wiping out, even in 6-on-5, no Ubers. It would have been unexpected, certainly, and they could have gotten away with it, but it's kind of a risky play. So they're just going to wait for their Uber. Now Sakura definitely has the 100% ready to go. Oh, excuse me. And I can only expect that Starburst will have it very soon, although the anime team is pushing out here, and they watch as their opponents back up here. There goes the Uber right away. So this, I mean, this play by Starburst is the right play to make because they want to make sure they get their Uber up, but it's kind of a dead giveaway that they didn't have it yet, and they have given away their their point now. So, whew, so Anime is Cartoons have captured their second point, doing a gosh darn good job of defense so far. And the longer Team Starburst waits for this, the closer their opponents will get to having an Uber again. Already at 50% there. They have not popped yet for either team. Well, of course, for Blue they can't. But Starburst, I think they want to move in on this. There you go. Now they definitely have to move in on this. Well, it's 3 versus 3. Never mind. Starburst, I mean, they 4 versus 3 now. They just got a spawner. But I gotta say, if they hadn't lost a lot of players there, they could be pushing in right now. There you go. The Uber is popped. They are pushing in, but there may not be enough damage on the field to really take care of this. Frio gets taken down, and Star was trying to get on that point, but there you go. The Uber just in time for Anime as Cartoons. Sakura staying alive quite a long time, and I don't know. Starburst probably should have pushed a little bit sooner. They should have used their Uber maybe even sooner just to kill the medic. There was a lot of stuff they could have done, but you know what? They, yeah, are not going to get that. You got owned! I love that scout line. But yeah, well, it looks like Team Anime as Cartoons should be able to go back out and grab their second point again. Snubs just got finished off there by Renka with his scatter gun. That is going to be the other scout here we haven't watched yet. We've kept our eyes on Oni-chan for too long. So Renka, oh well, apparently his name is Renka sucks, but I'm just going to call him Renka because I have no idea. And he's kind of waiting for a buff here, although not getting it just yet. The medic is preferring to stay on his soldier for now, keep him. There's a good reason for that. He's just building up the Uber as fast as possible on this soldier who is hurting himself so that he can just keep building it. But there you go. He does give the buff now to Renka, who can start pushing forward and peeking a little bit. And look how fast that health goes down. So the thing about an overheal is that it always fades in 20 seconds, regardless of how much HP it actually heals. But here goes the Uber, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. It should be fairly self-evident anyway. But Soldier getting caught out there, Breathe is gone, and now there goes Spyro. That is a nice pill by Huang to bring it to both soldiers down. Auburn got a lot of damage, but managed to back away from it just in time, so his medic will be able to heal him up. And he's not at crit heals yet, but it's not going to matter. Sakura still needs to get that Uber up. Starburst, they've been very, very cautious with their Ubers. They may want to start being a little bit more aggressive here because they just lost mid. They actually had a couple of shots there to take the last point, and the first shot I think they had, they just weren't, maybe they weren't quick enough, maybe they weren't aggressive enough, or I don't know, maybe I'm just completely talking out of my butt here. But now they are back on their second point. They've got an Uber, and they had an advantage, and they aren't working it. I don't know. Well, we'll find out. Starburst are not pushing in now because, of course, there is an Uber for both teams. Frio did just get knocked out, though, and there's a little scout battle going on over here. Spyro actually got taken down as well, but it looks like Starburst now do want to be aggressive. Let's see here. Sunshiner bringing up the rear there. Wong doing some really good spam down towards that house that they're all coming out of. The Uber popped at the same time for both teams. Demo Man jumped up and gets the Uber flash to him just so he doesn't die up there. But it looks like the Uber is fading a little bit later for Sakura. Now Sakura taking a lot of damage though, and there he goes. Gets taken out by Breathe. Starburst has a couple of big picks here. Frio jumps in, takes out a scout. I think he was going for the medic, and he's going to go for him again. Can Frio get these last couple rockets? There you go. Actually, Auburn finishes off Super Jeeves. I didn't realize his name was Super Jeeves. Once again, I do need to read these freaking these names. Starburst just lost almost all their players, so I'm kind of surprised by that, actually. I thought that Starburst was going to have a big advantage there. They kept their medic alive, but they just weren't able to stop those soldiers from bombing in, and Snubs, not too happy about something. I didn't see what killed him, but I'm going to assume it was the equalizer, especially because it's one of the soldiers laughing. So there you go. Second point now captured for Anime is Cartoons. Renka is already trying to push his way here into the house so they can the team can set up to attack last. They have just a 20% Uber advantage right now, and Renka did see that sticky trap going down, so no more stickies in that bucket. And that bucket's static. You can't move it by exploding it, so it will always be there. It's always a good spot for a sticky trap, and it's actually fairly common. Players do tend to watch for it a lot. Sakura has the Uber almost ready to go. They should push in immediately with this, and it looks like they are doing that, actually. I just didn't catch them going the right way. They're going through the lower entrance. Oh, and it's a Kritzkrieg. That's why it was so fast. They take out Spyro right away, and there goes a scout as well, so both scouts actually down now. Those last couple of rollers missing their targets, but it doesn't matter because Starburst lost another round. It is 2-0 in favor of Anime is Cartoons. And yeah, people are making fun of me for how I say Chan. You know what? I am an American, and I know a lot of people who are really into anime, and that's cool. I've watched a bit of it, but I'm not like into Japanese culture enough to know the language or know how it's pronounced most of the time. So sadly, I'm going to keep calling it Chan until somebody just gets like super mad enough at me that they mail me a bomb or something, and they're like, "No, you pronounce it like this." So please don't mail me bombs. I'm just kidding. Huang did get a nice pill there. I'm not sure if he was aiming that or if it was spam, but he did kill Spyro, so that's going to be the first kill for them. Frio's down as well, so it's soldier down 4 each. But look at this. Passive play once again by Starburst, who decided they just wanted to drop out after losing Spyro, and they probably didn't have very good positioning there on the point either. It looked to me like Anime's Cartoons was doing a really nice job of keeping their positioning, the high ground, everything else at mid, pistoling through this door just to try and harass anybody who harasses them. I mean, they're trying to stop harassment, if anything. Just putting a bunch of spam through here is going to prevent players from being able to get too far forward. The Ubers are ready to go, and Starburst just doesn't want to get pushed on anytime soon. I don't know. You know, of course, it's very common to do spam, and you don't want to like let enemies get into position to deal damage to your team, so you do have to do this spam, but it's kind of like who makes a mistake first. Well, it looks like Oni made a mistake first, and that's going to mean Starburst may push on this. They're not doing it yet, though. No, snubbed. Okay, there you go. They are pushing with the combo. That is going to be a Demo and probably Breathe, the pocket soldier at the moment. Or maybe that's Spyro, actually. Look like both those soldiers taking 300. And very quickly taking a lot of damage there. But here goes Breathe, trying to jump up and actually gets popped backwards. And once again, the Uber was not forced very quickly for Sakura. Now, oh, look at that jump. There goes Super G's getting taken out. I wish I had that kind of mad ups. Because I could play basketball better than anybody else, but apparently I don't. Yep, so there goes a lot of the Starburst team. That's going to mean very quickly the capture is going to be for Anime Cartoons. Anime is Cartoons. And this scout is being a pest, but does get pain-trained to death. Now Anime is Cartoons has 4 players against 3. They've got an Uber advantage. Oh, there goes a bunch of spawners, though. It would not be very wise for them to try and jump in right now because it's going to be 4 on 5. Now, of course, they have 6 players up, but 2 of them did just spawn. They're going for it anyway. They take down Dana, but they've lost Wong and Albert. Or, I'm sorry, Auburn. I'm so bad at reading kill notices. And a scout just barely steps on that point for a second, ends up eating a pill to the face from Snubs. So Snubs has some good pill aim, I gotta tell you. But yeah, Starburst held onto that very nicely. They are now going to be poking out towards their second point, but the question is whether or not they can get it. I don't know. And actually, there are the spawns from Anime is Cartoons, so no, they can't. They did manage to hold on for long enough and keep their medic alive that they've now got a full charge. So, Team Starburst is going to be happy about that. Their defense should work pretty well. And there you go, that's what you do when you have an Uber. You look for the guy who's not being Ubered and you start spamming him, so you either kill him or you force the medic to put his heals on him, and there goes that Demo Man right away, which makes it a lot harder to push in here and attack. Oh man, this is a wipeout so far for Anime's Cartoons. Ranka tried to get in there and do a little bit of capture work himself, but he actually got 11 health here and doing a lot of damage, but finally gets taken down. A and D spamming, says Oni. Not sure what that was about, but we do see that Starburst is going to capture their second point now. With a big Uber advantage too, actually, because Sakura was not healing anyone for a while. Wasn't doing it. So, I don't know if they're going to realize it, though. They've got a 70% advantage, and we haven't seen Starburst be very active or aggressive. I would like to see them do that, but Snubs is laying down a sticky trap right now, while his team is almost at 100% Uber, so that tells me right there that they're not really thinking about pushing out. So, yeah, they're just going to stay here. They could have gotten away with an Uber advantage, and instead they are not pushing it. It's one thing you see that the really top teams do. Every time, almost every time they get that Uber up, they push. And they're already in position to be like right on top of the enemy when they're pushing. So they're like, they're getting really, really far forward right as that Uber's around like 80 or 90%, and then as soon as it hits 100, it's like, bam, we popped, and that soldier is right in the enemy medic's face trying to force him to pop too. That's just how Ubers work at the high levels, and it's one thing that at the lower levels you just don't see as much because the players, you know, they haven't practiced that kind of play, and they just haven't scrimmed that style. And of course, it's not what everybody does either, but it's what a lot of players do. There you go, Sunshiner's taken down, but in return, Frio gets killed there, popping the Uber a little bit early. And once again, Sakura's going to have a nice long Uber in response here, trying to keep his Demo Man alive, and does manage to do that. But now, yeah, Frio's the only one dead here for Anime's Cartoons. It's 4v4 now, actually, and there is a sniper up. I don't see where he is, but Wong, meanwhile, is going to be... Yeah, there he is. It's Oni-chan doing his best sniper impression. And now Wong, with a nice overheal, is going to be pushing in here towards and past the train, probably. Yes, he's going to go past that train just so we can see what he's spamming, and pops a soldier up into the air, juggles him. Lots of damage taken from Wong here. Doing a really good job. So that was Breathe, eating a lot of stickies, but didn't die. Apparently, his breath control works wonders for keeping him alive. I wish I could do that. But it's now Starburst on their last point once again, and this is familiar territory for them. They've set up a nice little sticky trap here on the truck, and are spamming towards this doorway just to make sure that their opponents can't get through here easily. There's actually a sticky trap right there too, but that's not going to be terribly useful. It's just kind of there because you have to do it in case somebody does actually try something stupid like pushing out. You kind of need it there. But what are we waiting for here? Oh, we're waiting for Oni-chan to get a headshot. That's what we're waiting for, and he has been spotted, so he's probably not going to get killed. Yeah, it could happen, though. Oni-chan peeking around the rock now. Nope. Decides he wants to go the other way. So he will probably... Yeah, he's going downstairs. It's probably the best place to go. Actually, that's really nice. So what he's doing is he's going to edge around this downstairs doorway. Oh, and he gets Spyro! So I was going to say, if somebody chased after him, then what would happen there is... Oh, going for that scout there, too. Then they would have run into that soldier that you guys just briefly saw on the side of the screen. But now, it sounds like Starburst have popped their Uber right after Anime's cartoons pop theirs. Only 3 left alive for our defending team, and they're not able to stop this just yet. Oh, look at the Uber saws from Sakura. Managed to get 2 of them off there. It's now just Oni-chan versus Sunshiner and Spyro, and oh, gets taken out there with the SMG. Still clutching in his hand. So Starburst going to get out here and cap this second point again. It's like the second time they've done this, and I just looked at my webcam. I can't actually tell the difference between my skin tone and my walls, which probably says a lot about how often I go outdoors. But hey, it's winter, you know. We're not supposed to be tanned in winter. Anyway, the Anime's cartoon teams actually stopped that second point capture. So, not too sure here what's going on, except that Starburst seems to have lost a scout. They're not really going a lot of off-classing right now, and look at this, it's the Kritzkrieg ready to go. There are some crit stickies once again. They've been attacking with this crit quite a lot, and it has worked a couple times. There goes the medic, though, so this time around Starburst looks like they're going to have the defense. Yeah, as long as they can stop this scout, there you go, they do manage to kill it. So that's another wipeout for Anime's cartoons. I think they did find Super Jeeves, though, so the medic is down. And normally I would ask Jeeves about, like, whatever I want to know, but I don't know who Super Jeeves is. Is it like Jeeves' alternate identity, where instead of asking, you know, waiting to be asked, he just tells you. He's like, I already know what you're thinking. As soon as you go to the website, he knows exactly what you want. It's just like, oh, I'm already on a different website. Wow, thanks, Super Jeeves. You're the best. You don't even have to ask the guy. Well, Anime's cartoons back up to the middle point once again, and this is one of your longer rounds on Snakewater. It happens a lot. You just get these really long rounds because the map is so hard to push into that last point effectively. There's a lot of ground to cover. There's a lot of cover for the enemy team when they're on defense. So Starburst building that Uber up, and once again, I think there's going to be a crit screen coming in here. Yes, there is. Oh, 2 kills, 1 sticky, and that crits is almost over now. Not going to get any more kills. Sunshiner actually asking, are you guys running crits? That was just a little bit late there, Sunshiner. You could have asked sooner, and the scout coming in trying to harass the medic now, but very good dodging by Sakura. And now Starburst, actually with only 2 players left alive, they may be able to hold this out with an Uber for a little bit. I think they will. Sunshiner apparently has figured it out. And yeah, so that Uber is going to be popped. It's going to hold on to the point for a while, but the problem is, now that they've popped the Uber, all that Anime's cartoons has to do is back away from this, build... Heads full of eyeballs. No, build, they gotta build up their crits, and they've got a huge advantage here. But actually, they're not really building it that effectively, because Oni-chan does not appear to have the Boston Basher out. So there you go, the soldier's gonna help build that a lot faster. And yeah, 40% advantage. It's gonna be even more by the time it is at 100%, but the problem is, where is the Demo Man right now? How are they even going to get the damage onto their enemies? The longer they wait to push here, There you go, they've got their demo. So I think that's what they're waiting for. Frio actually getting a little forward here. He is going to jump on top of the enemy team. Starburst doing the right thing here, which is they're playing pretty far back. Frio is so screwed, though. Oh, I hate when that happens. Here goes the Kritzkrieg, and Dana going in for the medic. Can't get the kill, but did disconnect him from that demo man temporarily. There is a crit pill there, which didn't really hurt anybody, and so that Kritzkrieg was not as effective. But Ranka did get in and kill Spyro. Here comes an Uber to try and stop this capture. It will stop the capture. Sakura, once again, having to run away from this. And if he gets away, once again, he's going to have a big crit advantage. Looks like he does. Auburn kind of waiting in the way. Oh, actually, I don't know how he managed to get around behind the enemy team, but he's just going to go straight for the cap, I think. Yes, he is. Going to get a back cap on the enemy team right now. So Starburst is in big trouble. They were looking to take mid, but now Auburn is just going to go straight to last. Nice rocket jumps. He may actually get there before anybody can stop him. Notice a scout. Oh, look at that shot on the scout. He did kill Dana before getting taken out by Spyro. So, not a bad trade there. Capture a point, but now Sunshine is coming in behind the medic. Hasn't been spotted yet. Could have gotten even a little bit closer. Oh, can't quite get this kill. Oh, look at that, 16 health on Sakura-chan. And here comes that Kritzkrieg. Even though Sakura's only at like a couple of health points here, it doesn't matter. That's going to be the half, guys. So Anime is Cartoons 3-0 in the first half. And I did promise Nailbaiter, but apparently scores are not showing that so far. Okay, well, going into this second half here, which, oh, I hate when it does that, but that is an ESEA thing. It's that live on 3 kind of stuff where that's just what they do. It gives people a chance, I guess, to get ready. But anyway, I think it's an old holdover from Counter-Strike. Anyway, what I was talking about was Starburst needs to make some sort of change if they want to come back in the second half. Their aggression has been... when it has existed, it has not been very good. It looks like they are going to be aggressive on this middle point. And the soldiers both kind of half-heartedly jumping. Actually, Soldier going straight in for the medic and does manage to take out Sakura. But the question now is, will they be able to follow that up? And so far, Starburst have lost 2 players. Wong is down, though, and there goes a soldier as well. Oni-chan is, I don't know, man. He's trying to sneak in on top of this medic here. Can't get him yet. Nope, gonna have to back away from that. So Starburst do manage to hold the middle point, and this is one of the first mid-fights they've won here. Ranka going for the medic, can't even get like 2 shots on him. I think it was just 1. Breathe now gets 2 kills as well, so Starburst looking more solid in this round. But part of it, if you notice, was just that Anime is for... Let's try that again. That the team, Anime is Cartoons, managed to keep sending in 1 player at a time, and they just did it again. They're sending like 1 player at a time, literally just 1 scout trying to sneak in and kill the medic or something, and it's not working for them, and they need to stop that, or they will throw this game. What was that demo man even looking at? Was he just playing without a mouse? I don't understand. So he had his back, so he just completely had his back to the opposing team, which didn't make any sense to me. Snubs finishes off Frio with a roller there. And, oh! Good stickies there on our soldier. That is going to be, who is that actually? Auburn taking the Uber. So, good Uber into this attacking Starburst team. They may be able to get out here and cap, but so far there's only like, yeah, there's only 1 kill they got out of that. Actually, now 2. Sunshiner, I'm sorry, is down. So, Anime is Cartoons will cap their second point again, and they're just like, no, every time you get anywhere near our last point, it's not going to happen. Stream chat says he was looking for spies, but honestly, if you're going to be looking for spies, you don't keep your back turned like that to the door that the enemy is likely to come through when they attack. You know, that's a thing that you don't do. So Starburst are on the middle point right now, and where is all the action happening? Frio did just get hit, so he was probably trying to do the I almost said the retard roamer thing, which is technically what the players all do call it. Nice Uber saw from Super Jeeves, getting the kill on Oni-chan. Now the Uber is coming out here, though, for Sakura. It is almost done. Spyro is taken down. Where is our medic? Dana getting popped up in the air here by the demo, and can he get this kill? No, that medic's heal beam is on the demo now, and Ranka finishes off Dana. So now we're on the Ranka cam, who apparently can see his base from wherever he just was. And so I was thinking he was going to just start capping, which, okay, yes, he will do that. He was looking for ambushes, looking for players to come in and try and stop him. He was like, yeah, I dare you guys, come and try to stop me capping this. But here you go, Anime is Cartoons once again are probably going to push all the way towards Starburst last. They've got a big Uber advantage. Oh, no, I'm sorry, disadvantage. My bad. Starburst have the Uber advantage, and they're actually pushing with it. They're pushing on the clock here. This is what you want to see. They find a soldier there who eats a pill in midair. Oh, Frio then is finished off by Dana, who was already waiting for him down there. They have not popped their Uber yet. It looks like they are pushing in with it, though. And there you go. Uber is now popped. Not on the most forward player, though. That was kind of a weird little shot there on that soldier. Send him crashing into the ground. So, now Sakura does have an Uber of his own and does pop it on the one demo and soldier that exists for their team right now. They do get a kill on Breathe. Super Jeeves actually a little out of position there. He was under the tunnel, but apparently nobody spotted him. So now Frio's dead. In exchange, though, Snubs, the demo man, is gone. Sunshiner in on the medic and not being watched. Oh, that medic was going for the health kits. Didn't manage to get there before a rocket did. So don't try to race rockets is apparently the moral of that story. And Sunshiner finishes off Wong by just getting his face and waiting for him to pill both of them to death. And here we go. Spyro is now going to be pushing with this scout here into the last point. And, oh, nice shot by Spyro. Apparently, even if Sunshiner can't hit anything, Spyro can hit, like, everything right now. So, if Starburst win that round, it is now 3-1. There you go. See, I told you it was going to be closer than 3-0 or 5-0. Oh, nice little, wait, is that even the 3-rune blade? Yes it is. Okay, that is the 3-rune blade. Gotcha. Very nice. It's basically just a reskin of the Boston Basher, so let's get this out of the way. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Thank you. And good Sicky. Not really able to hit Super Jeeves too hard yet, but every little bit of pressure is good. And both soldiers on top of the medic right now. Not able to get that kill yet. Super Jeeves might get away here. Did grab that health kit, but wow, nice. And Frio was just finished off with a Boston Basher hit. Ranka coming in behind, though. Oh, he's going to get this kill. There you go. Ranka kills Super Jeeves. Nicely done by him, and he's not done yet. Looks like he wants to go for the demo. Hasn't found him. Watch for that pill. Oh, the pill explodes under his feet. So there goes Ranka. Sunshiner trying to stop this scout from capping now, and now there's a medic for Anime is Cartoons. This is crazy. This is crazy. And how much time is left? A lot. And of course, these are 30-minute halves in ESEA Open. And any ESEA, pretty much. It's always 30-minute halves. Sakura building this Uber very quickly, so there you go. He's going to have it right now. And Starburst barely have even started. This is really looking good for Anime's Cartoons. They're definitely going to get the second point. Probably should have been pushing for it before, especially because if you look where a lot of the Starburst team is, they're on their last point. They actually gave up second and are not even there right now, and it's not getting captured yet. So honestly, oh, look at that. Spyro playing the beautiful roaming soldier job does manage to force the pop out of Sakura. Yeah, honestly, Anime's Cartoons should probably have been pushing last, like, 30 seconds ago, maybe? As soon as I started talking about it, pretty much, they needed to have one scout capping second and everybody else on last, and I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, they still have an Uber advantage. No, a disadvantage. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the wrong team color. It is the defending team that now has the advantage, and Frio is going to get killed here. Nice kill by Spyro to clean that up. This Team Starburst is pushing their scouts down through the lower entrance, and they really are just kind of looking for people who are going to backcap. Now, Starburst wants to get out here and recapture their second. There goes the Uber. Auburn, it looks like he wants to go for that backcap again, though. And once again, not getting spotted. He's standing here, but it's ×5 on the second point, so the second point actually does get capped. Very nice. And now Team Starburst is trying to push forward. They've got to watch out for Sakura here, who does have an Uber. May pop that just to stop the capture on the middle point. Probably doesn't want to, though. He'd rather have the rest of his team up to get the kills. Auburn is now taken down by the Scout combo, Dana and Sunshiner. And Anime is Anime is Quan. Seriously, Salamancer. Anime is Cartoons on their second point, their midpoint. So I might have just sugar crashed here after having a Coke earlier. That is probably what's happening right now. Oh man. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just talk about how much I want to sleep right now instead. Oh, it's a busy life, man. It is a busy December. But Team Starburst are losing their second point once again, and even though they have an Uber right now, I don't think it's going to be enough. Well, they are just barely managing to stop that cap, so I lied. They've gotten one kill off this so far. They need a few more. They are pushing their enemy team back towards the middle point, but oh, they may start losing players here. Nope. Looks like only lose one so far. It's Breathe, and Ranka, even though he is downstairs, does manage to get one kill, but he's got 20 health left. And if he misses with this Boston Basher, okay, I thought he was actually going to go try to hit somebody with that, which would have been hilarious, because if he missed, he would have just killed himself instantly. But Starburst are probably going to push on to that middle point. Yes, they have captured it. It's going to give Sunshiner a nice forward spawn. Wait, did I just see... Oh, okay. Wait. No. Wait. Oh, man. This is going to be one wicked, nasty ambush. Where's the Starburst team? What are they waiting for here? No, they're building their Uber up right now. Yep, oh man. They're actually waiting here in their forward spawn, and they are going to go for an ambush. That will be sick, if it works. I don't know, maybe it won't. Anime's Cartoons are building an Uber on the Scout right now, which is going to work for them just fine. Here comes the blue team. They're kind of like, where is everybody? What's going on here? Why isn't they coming out? And here we go. 3 players, all the heavy damage classes come in at the same time. They forced the Uber pop from Starburst, but actually 2 of them getting killed immediately because there was the Uber, and very good Uber flashing, Uber management there by Super Jeeves. Keeps his team alive, so this could actually be another cap for Team Starburst. Really nicely done by them. They saw the ambush coming just at the right moment. There is the Uber for the red team. If anything, Starburst needs to just back away from it for a little bit, scatter just for a second, and then come right back in, and that's what they're doing. Uber has now faded, and I don't see any way that Anime's Cartoons can defend this. They do have a heavy out, but he's going to get focused very quickly. There you go, already dead. Wow. When the action starts, it starts. Starburst bringing it up to 2-3 right now. That was a good plan, Auburn, says Oni. Oh, man. So, Starburst looking solid right now. They could bring this to a tie game. And no, the ambush didn't work. It would have been cute, except that they forgot to account for the Uber that was going to happen. So I think they're all a little disheartened by the fact that their sneaky little plan didn't work. But Starburst losing one scout very quickly. There goes Frio. Spyro just walked up the side there. Didn't take any damage from himself, and now, oh, he's going to get that kill on Sakura right before he dies. Starburst do now have their medic alive. Did you just, I bet putting my, yep, that's what it is. Putting my hand in front of my face is what's causing the volume discrepancies there, so, whoa. That sounds pretty funny. Alright, no, Starburst are going to be in a pretty darn good position right now. They may be able to cap this as well, and bring it to a tie game. Oh, watch out for that. No, it looks like they are going to be okay. Team Starburst taking a bit of spam here, and what is Breathe looking at right now? His feet or something? But there you go, he finishes off Frio. Super Jeeves is taking a lot of hits, and so is Snubs, but they are backing away just enough to get... Oh, no, they are going to actually pop the Uber right away. And they're pushing into a... Ooh, there goes Oni-chan right now. Where'd that demo go, actually? I thought he ran up this way. Sounds like he did, and yes, Wong got taken out. So it's 3v6, and there's no Uber for the team with 3, which means that Starburst is going to get in here and very likely capture this and bring it to 3-3. Oh, Breathe just got killed, murdered there by Auburn. I think that was a nice air shot. There goes the heavy once again, though. Good focusing, and that's going to be it for that round. It's 3-3 in the second half. So, I don't know, man. This is starting to get a lot closer. And now, I mean, when you blow a 3-point lead on like weird stuff like ambushes, it doesn't feel very good. So we're gonna see whether Anime's Cartoons manages to like put their game faces back on and bring out the victory, or whether their opponents make probably one of the largest comebacks ever. Not the largest comeback. The best comeback would be, of course, 4-0 up to 5-4, which I think I might have cast one of those kind of things once. But look at this. Starburst almost lost their medic there. That scout was trying to pressure him in, but Soldier managed to save him. It's going to be Breathe, who's been doing an excellent job as the pocket, keeping his medic alive right now. But Sakura helping bring his team forward and put a lot of pressure on. Ranka does die here, and now it's going to be, oh man, it's going to be really bad here. They do not want to pop the super, but they're going to have to just to stay alive. Oh, that's not good. Now they need to get Super Jeeves to pop his own. If Super Jeeves does not pop his Uber here, that is a huge deal. Starburst actually are going to probably win this round just because of that. All they need to do is cap mid very quickly, get out there and cap second, maybe even catch this medic by surprise, although no, Sakura's running back very, very quickly. So, yeah, they'll be okay. They'll probably have their Uber in time for the last point defense, especially because Starburst are not pushing very quickly on the second, which they need to do. Get out there, cap second right now, because look, already 50%, above 50% for Sakura-chan. Trying to keep his team aggressive and holding on to this point as long as possible, just so they can build that Uber up and have it for their last point defense. Oh, actually, they forced a pop. That was not a good force. But look at this. Sakura was way out of position and does get murdered there by Breathe. That's going to be devastating for the red team defense right now. Wong is going to have to lay down some really sick sticky traps and get debts to kill people with, because pretty crazy. So now there is a heavy up once again. Frio, who I think was our heavy before, is gonna be ready to shoot people out of the air, deal a lot of damage to anybody who gets too close to this point. And he's got the heavy, the minigun spun up. So I mean, his team is the opposing team, not his team. The opposing team's gonna. Whoa, are you serious? Does Oni realize he's running the back burner? That's a back burner, Oni-chan. I'm gonna fix that. Seriously. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. So, I've never, ever seen a back burner run in comp before, for the simple reason that what you really want this Pyro for is reflect. And those were some nice reflects right there. Getting a kill on Spyro. Now going for the flares on the medic as well. Can't get those flares yet. Probably just needs to burn him to death, actually, and he's not doing that. That's not good. He didn't actually manage to get Super Jeeves. He really wanted to, but Super Jeeves stays alive for a little bit longer. He's the only man left alive, but he doesn't have any scouts to chase him down. Oh, if that Pyro had not pulled out the flare gun and instead had just WM1'd into him, Super Jeeves would have died. As it is, though, they're going to have about even Ubers, and Starburst will continue to hold this second point. Pretty darn crazy. And my ferrets are now playing with their water bottle, and they're probably going to drag it into their cardboard box, because that is one of their favorite things to do. Don't ask me why, they just like hoarding stuff, man. Like, I'm sure you know a person like that. I'm sure you do. I am absolutely positive. Well, Starburst pushing in once again, and they've gotten 2 kills already. The question is whether they can get enough here. It's 3 versus 4 right now, and there is no Uber for either team. That was actually a really cool push that they did. I was looking away from the screen for far too long, because I thought there was going to be no push until the Ubers were ready, and look how wrong I was. It's 2v4 here, and I'm kind of surprised that Starburst are not pushing in on this, but there you go, they were just waiting for their Uber to finish off, so now they're going to go upstairs, probably pop the Uber through the doorway, yep, there they go, they're going to pop it through the door, and they've waited a little bit too long. There's actually a bunch of players coming up right now, but no medic to heal that heavy up, so very quickly he's going to get focused and die. Snub's coming out here and pops that medic so high up in the air, doesn't manage to finish him off, but Sakura is so low right now on health that he could have been, yeah, and is in fact killed. Pyro's still out there, but he's now dead. It's just Auburn and Wong to try and defend this. Auburn had no health left there, and Sunshiner finishes off the last defender, which is Wong. So it's 4-3 in favor of Starburst, who are now in striking distance of the victory on CP Snakewater. Oh man. Crazy stuff. So, can our team in red right now, with 13 minutes left, cap another point and bring it to a tie? Because honestly, after that first round, they ought to be winning this game. But yeah, so far, crazy comeback by Starburst. Well, let's see. Anime's cartoons are playing. Looks like they want to play aggressive at mid, and that usually tends to go well for them. Medic getting a little bit far forward, but yeah, look at that. Oh no, there goes Breathe and Spyro both. The only kill they got is on Frio. Sakura eating a lot of damage here, and there's a scout on top of him right now. He needs to get away from that. He doesn't even want to look at the scout. He's just like, no, screw that. If I don't look at it, it doesn't exist. And apparently he's not quite right about that, because Sunshiner finishes him off when he didn't even see it. Oh man, I love those scout lines. They are pretty hilarious. Because honestly, if you're going to ask a tough guy who the tough guy is, what do you think the answer is going to be? Anyway, Starburst now are going to be backed up to their second point after losing that mid-fight. They have not, however, lost it very badly. They've got an Uber advantage that they want to push forward with. The only thing I've seen is that when Starburst try to push towards middle point with an Uber, sometimes they do have trouble with this. And they do eat just a little bit of sticky damage here. Going to continue to eat that damage as long as Breathe keeps his head poked out. But he's getting a little forward now, and is starting to try to spam. Yeah, here's the problem. Look at all that distance that blue team has to cover. They might capture the middle point, but by the time they've done that, Sakura's going to very nearly have his Uber ready to go, unless he stays in for too long, which he's not doing. Demo coming in, chasing them away from that health kit now. Actually, the Uber looks like it was not even forced, it was just popped to try and promote some aggression. But Breathe and Super Jeeves, the combo, now taken down. There goes Wong, but the Uber is ready for Auburn. It's ready for Sakura, of course. He popped it on Auburn. They've got to watch out for Sunshiner, who may go for back cap or just go for the medic kill. And there you go, Sunshiner finished off by Frio. Now Frio is probably going to get really far forward here, and he has done just that. There goes a couple more Starburst players as well. Actually, the Scout's getting there first, and Ranka finishing off Spyro. And so what we're going to see now is Anime as Cartoons, with an Uber advantage and a player advantage, are going to push towards the second point. I don't see a reason why they can't take this, because second is actually fairly easy to take once you're in position like this. And Frio starting to spam into that doorway there. Oh, lots of damage going down on that soldier. But it looks as if... oh, yeah, Scout tries to get in on top of Sakura. And Sakura is going to push his team forward here with 100% Uber. Frio is going to take the bottom route while the rest of the team goes up top. Frio is actually going to wait for that Uber to push in. Or maybe not. Maybe he's just going to draw some spam, draw some attention. There goes the Uber. And they've already killed Dana from the Starburst team. Although now the Ubers are ready for both teams here. And they all faded. So now it's all down to deathmatch. It's all down to who can stay alive longer. And it looks like so far that it's going to be Starburst. With the defending team advantage of having a positioning and forcing the enemy to push into them. Ranka trying to get some kills here. Oh, he's just barely dodging all this damage. I don't even know how he's doing it. There you go. Finally gets bottled to death by Snubs. Everybody laughing about that one. Yeah, I would too, except that I'm really tired. But the Starburst team is going to push out towards the second point, and, well, no, they're not, because there's already enough players up there to defend it that they might, be in danger of losing the round, and they don't want to do that. So they are going to sit back here and once again put those stickies on top of the truck, which really what those are there for is to defend the medic against a bombing soldier. I like that play, by the way. That's what you're going to see is a soldier may try and bomb on top of that truck if he realizes where the medic is. They're actually kind of hoping that there's no sniper here, but they are prepared in the event that there is one by hiding behind this truck. Sniper just isn't going to be able to see that at all. No shots available to anybody who is attempting to snipe. So spam, regular old, stalemate on last point kind of stuff, where really, since it's 4-3 right now with less than 10 minutes to go, Anime as Cartoons need to attack, and I think that's what they're going to do with, let's see, they've got the Uber, they're going to pop it to bring in Wong and Auburn, most likely. Ranka, though, getting destroyed as he runs in there. I'm not sure what he was going for, maybe trying to just spot the enemy's defense. Hasn't spotted a lot, though, and look at that duck equipment right there. The mask is actually an item that Valve sometimes forgets to shade, so it looks like it's super bright and reflective even when you're standing in the shade. Kind of weird. Spyro, though, wondering exactly what that scout was doing there, and I'll tell you what he was doing. He was switching off to a different class, but I think Starburst may be expecting a sniper or a spy. What they aren't going to expect is for Ranka to come back as a heavy, and he is coming back right now. What they're going to do with his heavy is they're just going to get him out there, and he's just going to walk all the way, plod his little feet towards that last point. If he needs part of the Uber, he will get it, and there you go, the Uber's popped on him right away, and now he's in a good position to deal a lot of damage. He forced the Uber out of Starburst very quickly, and the thing is, he can just sit here and hold down this gun and keep firing non-stop, and there you go. Oh, doesn't manage to get enough damage to kill a soldier. Spyro is down now, though, and here's the thing. Oh, wow. Snubs with some crazy cleanup kills. That's going to mean only one player left alive. Super Jeeves just kind of like, hey, that's awesome. Apparently, 2,000 what? I don't even know. Oh, maybe somebody's weapon got up to 2,000. I have no idea. Well, anyway, Starburst now captured their second point once again, so they are not in danger of losing this game anytime soon. It's 4-3, and time is starting to run out here. So Starburst in a good darned position to win this. It's pretty cool. I mean, I like it because it's a comeback, and it's a pretty epic comeback too. Actually, Ranka still on the heavy for some reason. That's a weird decision, but oh, excuse me. When you consider how slow the pushes have been by these teams, they haven't pushed on the clock typically. They've been very, very slow. Just that's all I can say about their pushes. It actually makes a little bit of sense. I mean, if you're not going to be like super jumpy aggressive with your soldiers, getting in right on top of the enemy anyway, bring a heavy, I guess, because you know, the only difference there is that the enemies will just know how to get out of the way a little bit faster when they see that heavy. We'll see if they even see him, though. Or if anime cartoons even attacks, which they need to do right now. They're kind of waiting for the enemy to push into them, which is something you kind of have to do when you've got a heavy, but, no, they need to push. Time is wasting here. So, I don't know what the decision-making is right now, but they're going to start to realize it soon. They're just going to be like, oh, yeah, we should probably, you know, get a little far forward here. And there you go. They are starting to push it now. So Sakura's going to try to keep his team alive. But, I mean, they've blown their lead, and they haven't gotten a single point this half yet. So that's been 4 unreturned points by Starburst. Now the push comes from Anime's cartoons. They've still got that heavy running around somewhere. And he does just now get out here, barely ducking ducking his head under that rocket. And actually, Starburst are playing really conservatively here, which they don't have to do. Looks like they want to force the pop out of Sakura before they get out. So, no, they're just going to give up their second point, which I find kind of surprising. Well, Dana's sitting here watching the drop down and also kind of keeping his head so that he can see if anybody is rotating around here inside the house. Anime is cartoons. They need to get the kills. They need to get out here, they need to get the kills, they need to get the points. There's a lot of stuff that they need to do, and right now they're taking their sweet time. But here goes the soldier jumping in very quickly, and the heavy takes the Uber, so he's going to walk out here, and once again they're going to try this Uber play on the heavy. Watch the Sakura-chan cam just to see what he actually does here as his Uber fades. Tries to keep most of the heals on the heavy, and there you go, Sakura and the heavy are both dead. Now it's Frio getting taken down by a nice little air pipe from Snubs. Oni is the last man on the point, though, and he's taken down. Now Auburn, no, he was not the last man on the point, I'm sad. That was, Auburn was, and that's another really clutch defense by Starburst. Sunshine is going to get out there and try to cap the second point immediately, but he's going to have to deal with a demo man.
Control point is being
That will be tough. Nope, and he has to run away. Breath status? Hell, okay. Well, nice. I was holding my breath. No, just kidding. I was casting. But Starburst, they look good right now. They are holding on to defense for a very long time. And I gotta say, I don't even know if there's time enough for one more round here. There may not be, because as soon as... I can't tell what time there is left. That's the problem, because of the config. But we're going to see maybe time enough for 1 or 2 more pushes. They do have the charge ready to go. Is that a Kritzkrieg? Is it? No, it's not. Okay. Yes, it is. Well, it worked for them one time, and there you go. There's a sentry gun actually taken down. And now there's crit stickies on the... Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. So it's now 4-4. Yeah, what the demo man did, he realized he wasn't getting any good shots on his opponents, so he was just like, yeah, screw it, I guess I'll just put these crit stickies down in front of the point so nobody can try and stop me. And it worked. So now we're going to watch the 4-4 round, and so I was wrong, there's actually like 3.5 minutes left to go. My bad. But it's really whoever wins this mid-fight is most likely going to win the round, or we could go to another overtime game, which I gotta say, I'm starting to like my overtime games. Nice long ones with clutch moments everywhere. Soldier bombing in right now, but Spyro gets taken down without really dealing a lot of damage. He was trying to kill the medic, didn't manage to do that at all. In fact, Sakura is still up at 150 health. Dana just get taken down there, so does Frio. Frio was the first casualty for the red team. Now, yeah, Blue has to back away from this. Starburst is going to get to their second point and try to defend it. And so that's going to mean a really good, solid game here out of Anime's cartoons. They are probably going to have enough time to make 1 or 2 attempts on last point. The thing is, right now, though, it's 6 players up and 100% Uber for each team, so Starburst can actually defend their second point pretty easily. They don't want to pop that Uber early, and that's why they're playing so conservatively here, but yeah, we kind of need to see some aggression, because as time winds down, they're going to be in trouble. There is the aggression, actually. Soldier getting up on top of that pipe after he popped the Uber, and now taking a lot of that Uber as well, just so he stays alive. And they have pushed back Anime's cartoons. Medic was caught in that corner there, but didn't really matter as nobody was pressuring him. Oni-chan now down, and that's man, the players are so chatty. The characters in TF2 are just so chatty. It's like they're doing my job for me. But Starburst pushing out now. onto the middle point, and this is actually going to get really interesting here as we'll see who gets the frags. It's only like 2 minutes left to go, and now Spyro's doing some crazy spam here trying to kill the medic. Can't get that kill. Sakura's still above 100 health, but a scout chasing after him. There are needles all over the place, and this scout gets finished off there, wiped out by Oni-chan, who is in turn taken out by Snubs. It's just Sakura trying to stand on that point, and the middle point is not even capped yet, but Sakura is being pressured so hard right now. This is what you want to see from Starburst. Wow, nice pill there to deal just a little bit more damage to Sakura-chan. And now Anime's cartoons very quickly have lost that middle point, and they're backed up to their second. There is an Uber advantage for Starburst, and they haven't pressed it once again. They've waited a little bit too long with their Uber advantage. Now it's 100% for each team. This is almost certainly going to go to overtime. Starburst now trying to stop the Uber from coming in, and actually forcing a multi pretty well there. I don't know though. Can they hold on to this point? Oh, that was almost a nice air shot there from Breathe, but didn't manage to hit it on that soldier. And now Breathe is down. Actually, both soldiers are down for Starburst. Auburn gets finished off, though, so that's both soldiers down for Anime is Cartoons as well. Starburst pushing out and holding the middle point. Sakura rushing back once again with the overdose. That's going to give him, as long as he holds it out, a 3% speed boost, which doesn't sound like a lot, but considering the medic already goes 107% speed, it brings him up to like 110% speed, which is getting up there into scout territory. So it's tough to catch him, especially if he's got like 90% running away with that thing out. Anyway, Starburst capped the second point, and now is the time where we're going to see Sakura. Yeah, they know they cannot get all the way across the map anymore. They're going to just turtle up on defense. Their sentry's not even going to be up in time, though. And here comes the Uber right now from our blue team. No Uber to return it from Sakura-chan, and that is probably going to be the capture. Wow. 5-4. And that was probably the last couple of seconds of that game. So thank you for watching. Of course, hit the like button, but really hit the subscribe button because I know you want to see more of this. YouTube.com/fatmop, and of course, Twitch.tv/fatmop. I'll see you guys later.